I've learned from experience that the place to save lives is in the field, not an office. And sometimes, the only way to save a life is to take one.
I trust that the ceramic trauma plate I'm wearing will stop a .357 Magnum round traveling at 490 meters per second. I trust myself not to move, not to flinch. I trust my teammates. And they trust me.
If you have a few spare hours, I'd love to share the details of how this device is a masterpiece of design. Quadruple independent gearboxes enabling 0 to 20 in under 4 seconds.
Hello lads and gents, and welcome back to Talent League. Today, we're going to be looking at another fantastic game. It's going to be a bit of a different one than we usually get to see. I'll explain in a bit later. But before we do actually head into the match, we're going to be welcoming our fellow caster Velocity. Hello.
Hello, how are we?
Well, just had to lock my door so no random people will hop in. But yeah, we're doing fine. We're going to be having Chalet, a nice BO3 today. And it's going to be the relegation game, meaning one of the teams that we're supposed to play or forfeited from what I've been informed of. And right now, whoever loses has to go through the qualifiers again. So for our BO3, and it's going to be Team B facing off against Frankfurt, not the country, the actual team. It's going to be quite interesting. Now, do we have both teams ready, Epsilon? All right, then we should get started in. Now, Velocity, these three maps there's two of them that could maybe give you some shivers down your spine. It's going to be BO1 Chalet, Match 2 Oregon. Ooh, this is going to be fun. And the last one, Cafe. Any opinions on that?
Chalet is just one of those maps where I love Chalet. So
Yes.
I'm excited for this map. And it can go either way, especially with obviously B and Frankfurt. And obviously, as you said, this is a relegation battle, and I always find Chalet being a very, very, very good map for high stake games.
True.
Alternatively, then moving on to Oregon, it is where giants go to die. So it's going to be quite a boring map as well. And then Cafe, let's hope it doesn't go to map 3. But, our luck it will. Again, it's one of those maps where it's such a good map for high stakes games.
It is, most definitely. We don't see Cafe that oftenly. Chalet has been being brought up a lot more recently compared to the previous so-called seasons, but it's still a great map. And some people say, oh, opinions can't be wrong and right. Well, opinions, everyone has their own personal opinions. No, Chalet is a really good map, and that's the only right opinion as we get there. But before we hop onto there, let's actually go through the bans. Any predictions? What would be the so-called operators?
Oh, I think you have to have a Flores ban coming up.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Chalet is such a utility-based map. Flores has to come out, and if they don't, then then some questions need to be brought out to what the team is doing. But yeah, Flores first ban in the evening.
Fair. Yeah.
Second ban then. I think maybe Dokumi could come out. Can I for the first time in Talent League history get
2 out of 2?
Round? I think this one has to be. I'm not looking. Azami.
and
then the last one has to be. I think. Oh, I really don't know what the last one could be here. I mean,
just go for it. Go for it quickly. 3, 2.
Mirror.
Okay.
Mirror, man.
Oh,
sorry,
3 out of 8, still good. 3 for 4.
That is the best I've ever done in my years of casting. 3 out of 4 bans. I'm still yet to hit the big 4. So just to round it up, then our bans are Flores, Dokubi, Azami, and Solus for this evening and this first map.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, hey, we're making some history with these ban predictions. More definitely, like you said, Flores, the utility clearer, just off the rack. Same, we can say the same kind of for Oregon, especially downstairs. Though could be a very reasonable ban. I mean, she's just one of the top operators currently. Same goes with Azami. If you need to explain why Azami is overpowered, I really don't need to.
Especially on this map.
Especially on this map. Like, what else do you need? And Solus. Solus is just one of those operators that you can use literally anywhere. You cannot go wrong with
And
Solus.
in any way.
Pretty
If you want,
much.
if you want a player to sit back on site and kill the drones,
Yeah.
or got info, you can play it. If you want to play hyper aggro and spawn peek every round, swing, jump out, then you can play like that. Or if you just want to roam, you can play like that. It's such a versatile operator.
Yeah, I mean, you can really use it just for not only intel on your own team on the defensive side, on more like turtle strat, so you can tell where these gadgets are coming from, what gadgets they are, so and so. You can even go, like you said, roaming or aggressive if you want to take out pre-placed drones. And that is pretty much it. I mean, she's just all in all a good operator. But let's actually take a look at these lineups that we have here. For defense, Frost, this is kind of the map where she grew up on in the later stages. Now, Melusi Jaeger can't go wrong. Castle Naruni also a good pick. On attack, though, we do have some interesting picks. I mean, okay, Yana, Ace, those, yeah, especially Nook with the nades, not something new, but the Glass and the Capital attack.
Well, I can kind of understand the mythology behind bringing him around. Obviously, we sometimes see him, especially when floor master, but we haven't ever really seen him being played on this bar and game side. It does, and we're talking, and he is, sort of showing why they brought him. He takes a couple of shots, takes a lot of damage, but not also falls as we are speaking in quite quick time with only a minute left on, with only a minute gone in the round. Sorry.
Oh yeah, most definitely. The first kill does get dropped, and another one on the side of B. They're going to be getting a second one, 5v3, quite early into the match. Not even, barely 1 minute has passed. I mean, Frost took some damage, not too much, as his first kill on the side of Frankfurt comes in. It's going to be the Yana G, actually not the G36, but I forgot what the gun's name is.
ARX.
ARX, thank you. Yep. No, most definitely a good gun to use, just especially for frags. Yana, we still haven't seen much utility though. Not much nades have been used.
We also I don't know if you caught on to this, but I mean one of the kills on the side of Frankfurt, it was the ace, and it's the only hard breach that they have. And I obviously wasn't aware if Nock was bringing a hard breach gadget, so they are in now a bit of a tough situation. Obviously, they can't get any of the hatches open, they can't get any of the walls open, so now they kind of just have to play for the kills. And yeah, you go. Garen did find himself taken down just as we were talking. We didn't quite catch that or where it was from.
Yeah, but hey, no man advantages here. I mean, even the HP in between Yana and Frost and both of the teams are extremely similar, but not anymore. There comes one, there comes a second, an instant refrag from the side of the Glass, a 2v2, 50 seconds on the clock. The nades are starting to slowly come out, which is interesting. Many people give up the argument, oh, you should use Glass for smokes because that's kind of his whole shtick. Not necessarily. Nades still have such an impact on the game, you can switch him out, and just as we say that, he will be the one getting taken out from upstairs. Capital kind of alone in a 1v2. He does have the diffuser, goes to challenge the Sharuni on the top of Fireplace. She drops down, 25 seconds on the clock now, and yeah, he's gonna have to go for a plant other time. Otherwise, the time is gonna run out. There's castle barricades and just kind of a crossfire. He can't do much.
No, he certainly cannot do much here. And he is going to have to drop a hatch. There's next to no droning going on his part, which isn't going to help him either way. And he's unaware of the player. He does drop down and found a very, very nice kill. But is he aware of the last one in stock? Yes, he is. But he doesn't find it. Dodo does close out the first round of this evening.
Very well. I mean, Dodo did him dirty with that DMR. It was actually very close. I mean, the Capital kind of locked onto him at the end. It was extremely close. But sadly, with that low amount of HP, it's going to be the first round going over to the side of B. So, now we're going to be moving on to kitchen and dining. So, yeah, let's see what they can bring us up on. I mean, I kind of like the strategy. They kind of went mostly on the side of, library. They didn't push K9 and offices as much, which normally would be the plan, especially, that's why the shield for Frost is there and the Wamais and everything. So you can kind of stop that push. But this was just fully library, although it did almost work out, not quite.
Not quite. I'm looking at this side of Frankfurt, and I don't know if you've clocked onto it, but I just have. We have two. I think we say is in Hatful. We have two of them.
Ooh.
There's two of them. I think it's how you say it. Hapfel? Fell? Hapfel? Hapful. Hapful. We'll go with Hapful. But yeah, there's two of them.
You know? Hey, I mean, I guess they're just cloning players now for all we
Hapful
know.
1 and Hapful 2, we're going to have to call them. Nonetheless, it's going to come some interesting calls. You know, we're going to make it sound like one player is playing, having the game of their lives, and actually it's between two players then. Kitchen Dining, we are off for our second round, and Hapful, he's already found one. He was a spawn peak, I'm going to assume, and does, obviously, the spawn peaker does get himself shut down and killed nice and quickly, well countered by Frankfurt.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice starting off early kill, especially kind of taking out the Wamai. His gadgets could have came in a lot more useful into the late rounds, but still, I guess, kind of a better pick than Tachanka or such. Still, a very early frag, and kind of with a minute left, I mean, it seems like another one's gonna come into play, but it's gonna be the Yana getting taken down. They kind of just opened into a bathroom. There comes 2 kills onto the side of the attackers. 1 Tachanka fire spreading out, finishing off the Yana. Another one for the R4C. It's a 1v4 situation. Dodo doesn't know what to do. I mean, let's just call him Dodo. Let's not make it any more of a butcher. What a flick onto the side of the Finka, and yeah, he's in a 1v3 situation. What can a man do?
Well, we are just going to have to find out. Plan was going down, has been cancelled out by Hatful. He's going to go for it one more time. Both Hatfuls and Matto are left on the board, and it's all against Dudo, who I called Dodo previously, and I got his name wrong. Post-plan situation, and the 1 versus 3, not impossible for Dudo. We have seen him have incredible performances before, and I'm saying that does take a lot of damage, and now does find himself taken down by one of the Hatfuls. It kind of just crumbled for B.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. The start was extremely aggressive from the attacking side, and B kind of couldn't react to it. I mean, holy, it came in so quickly. Even we barely noticed it, at least from my side. I mean, the Yana sledge just kind of opened and went in. The Rooney was sitting there, kind of just trying to, you know, enjoy life as it was. But no, 2 attackers come in rushing. She manages to take down the Yana, which was quite good. I mean, the Tachanka was able to finish it off, but he quickly got shut out. Everything just kind of got choked till the very end, and Dodo was kind of left standing, and you can't really do much in that situation unless you can maybe pull in some 1v1 situations with one another, but even that's hardly to happen. So yeah, it's going to be on the first round, aka round number 2, going over to the side of Frankfurt. Not bad at all. Seems like B has a bit more tough of a time on Kitchen than on the side of Barn Gaming. As we're speaking of that, we're going back into Kitchen, and what do you think? Probably the best extension would be Master and Verticality, but like, what would be the choke point here for you, Velocity? Would you focus a bit more on Piano or Office?
That's a good question. It would all depend, really. I think that has to kind of depend on what, of how both teams want to play. So obviously, if B want to play a more, you know, aggressive sort of play style, then I think the choke point has to be Piano, because you get the piano control, and you kind of cut off Office originally, automatically by taking that Piano. So I'm gonna have to go with Piano.
Yeah, fair enough. You know, that kind of does answer my question. And I mean, not much things are happening in the current situation, but we do see some new faces, such as. Actually, no, I do believe Havana's been here before. I don't know if we're lying though. And yeah, well, most definitely, I'm kind of intrigued that they're not bringing a Sledge or a Buck this time. They're fully going in for Sight. They're just kind of, yeah, they're going to be ignoring Upstairs, it seems like now. They're going to be fully focusing on Fireplace and not even Library. They're just kind of going to drone it out. I'm assuming not going to push because it's kind of being fully held from Upstairs. The first kill does come onto Haribo, aka Tachanka, by the line himself. And I mean, not too early of a kill, but they do need to get some progression. I mean, we see the line just kind of holding out for any types of flanks, and this is where the action should start to come in.
Most definitely. Well, Haribo, as you said, does find himself taken down quite, not swiftly, but in a swift manner of taking the gunfight. But what Hatful, we're going to call Hatful 1, does find himself taken down. Or the think of Hatful man advantage has been restored reasonably quickly, and now is Frankfurt struggling, looking like they are struggling a little bit to get into the building and try and clear out this side of B, as, you know, they've kind of decided, you know what, we're gonna sit back a bit. We're gonna play slightly more passive and less aggressive than what they did originally, because well, it didn't really work out last round, did it?
Yeah, most definitely didn't. And, you know, when people are kind of showing aggression towards you, you might as well return it in some sort of manner. And that's kind of the best way to do it in this position. I mean, like you mentioned, the previous round, it all kind of went into, let's play a bit more defensively. Maybe they kind of just push in and we kill them. That didn't seem to work. So now they're going to be the ones playing aggressive. Just again, they're the ones who got pushed. There comes the I'll just call him the Wamai. Gets one frag beautifully onto Yana. Almost gets another one, but it's going to be fell one to Hibana player, making it a 2v3 situation for them. Back to a 2v2, an instant or a very close refrag for the side of the Jaeger, as we're back to kind of no man advantage. Triple kill from the side of a half-well one, and the blind could be going down, and we see Garrett going for a bit of a cheeky flank with 25 seconds on the clock. This could be getting interesting.
Most definitely. Well, Plant going down lines and going out to deny any denial of to say we are now in a post-plant situation. Garen very capable on this alibi, and he does find one. That's both hatfuls now off the board. Now it's up to Jonas, who is probably in a better position here. You know, he can just hold this angle, but the question is he going to swing and play aggressive, or is he going to wait and play patiently? Alibi does run through the rotate and does put a lot of damage on the Jonas, does have the upper hand and does close out the round and does have time to get the defuse.
You know, you could say bees aren't so all bark and no bite, as they definitely bit back in that situation. The aggression was there. I mean, the Jaeger was just trying to hold the door, trying to hold the hole from anyone actually pushing in, which kind of resulted in us just being shown to this situation that they should probably play a lot more aggressive, which in the end it did. The Wamai went on one, almost got the second. Of course, the refrag from the Jaeger, so. It was very quick, but also very, you know, efficient. So, I mean, without question, a good round for the side of B, but also a very nice try from Frankfurt, you know, trying to change things up a bit. Normally, you go from verticality because it's the key. This site is definitely based off of verticality, but we can't forget there is a main breach included. Two, actually. One from the side of Trophy and the other in Fireplace. So going for one of those two options isn't as bad either because, you know, main breaches are the ones that kind of cut off rotation, the main objective even at times you could consider it on some maps like Clubhouse CC. But yeah, I mean, without that, we're going to be going downstairs for the first time, and we're seeing some, now we're actually seeing some most guaranteed new faces, especially with the Blackbeard and the Osa pick. Blackbeard gets switched out, but we still have the Osa. And Oryx. How do you think Oryx could be a bit more efficient on this map?
Well, Oryx is obviously the best roaming operator in the game, apart from Solus, let's be honest. The dash is quick to get away, decent gun, and obviously you have the bailiff, so you can get yourself out of sticky situations relatively quickly. So he is most definitely going to be roaming, and he's probably going to be extending all the way to the top floor, not just the middle, or shall we call it the ground floor. So, you know, the attacking side of Frankfurt are going to have to drone and are going to have to clear them out as swiftly and as cleanly as possible without dropping any bodies. However, this is 8 we are talking about here. The man that, if he's going down, he's going to take one with him. But I think this side of Frankfurt have kind of recognized, you know what, we're not even going to bother trying to clear him out. We're just going to wait for him to come to us, and they're going to go down into the site.
Yeah, I mean, Frankfurt, again, this is extremely fast-paced they're going at. I mean, they're already in back garage. Not even a minute has passed and they're already going for pushes and trying to play off of the opponents on verticality, not even having much knowledge to kind of where they are. But, hey, if it's going fast and they're not kind of, you know, trying to slow things down and waiting for the last 20 seconds to pull off the execution, it's fine. If they're getting something done, and that's kind of what matters here, especially with the OSA. This is also... Osa and Dokubi would be one of the top picked operators, or at least as in gadget utility-wise. This is exactly why. She has EMPs just like Dokubi. The gadget itself is also extremely useful. She's kind of just like a better Blitz, if you ask me. Just a bit less, I guess, go in and die yourself, but more as in team-wise. I'll say it like that. As the Claymore kill comes into the Wamai, tried to go for a bit of run out, didn't seem to end well. A refrag onto the side of the Maverick is going to be the T5 SMG, the Oryx, as we've mentioned, and no man advantage yet again.
Definitely equal and even. And I mean, as we were saying, 8, he's already found one on this side on the Oryx, and I'm not even sure where he is at this point. He is still roaming by the looks of it up top, and Hapful does find one, and that's the Hapful that is still alive. I was about to say the one that's playing Thermite, but one of the Hatfuls is already dead, so it doesn't quite matter.
I guess the the clones have separated, but Garen coming in with a team kill on Dodo. I'm hoping it wasn't intentional. We need to assume so, because there's not much reason coming in. Actually, the Thermite going in for the plant, a very quick but also very useful act right there. He kind of, you know, they realized they were in a position where if they don't do something right now where they're kind of covered by the smoke of the enemies, you know, they're going to have to do it one way or another. Garen getting one with a second on Tomato. It's going to be a 2v2 situation. 30 clocks. Not 30 clocks. 1 clock, but 30 seconds on it as it's now 1v2. The Jaeger gets taken out. Smoke tries to go in, actually gets successful, and yeah, he's not. This is why Osa is just the way she is.
Yeah, very nice crossfire setup from the Frankfurt guys. It's, you know, it's unlikely, let's be honest. And there we go. Haribo does find himself taken down, and Frankfurt take another round once again on the board.
Wow, this is pretty close, to be honest. I mean, both of these teams are looking actually really equal, if you ask me. Okay,
Almost
none of these
definitely.
rounds, yeah, none of these rounds are actually like all of them are close. It's always down to a 2v2 or a 1v1 or something like that. There's not much of 1vx's at the end of the rounds, which we always love to see. They also get the plan down, making it just a bit more stressful for the defenders, but the defenders also sometimes get a head start, so you know, this is actually looking like it's going to be a long game, so this is what we love to see. And yeah, going back, Bar Gaming, this is where the first round was won by B, but it was also, yet again, it was close. The Capitao was probably like 5 HP away from actually finishing off the last opponent. Sadly, time did pressure him, and that's not what you want. So, we're not looking at Glass this time. Seemed like it didn't kind of work out last time. But we still have the nades from the Yana and the Sledge. And then, like we said, we do love Aflores because of the destruction of utility it has. But if we can't break them, might as well do a Zofia.
I mean, second, it's better than nothing in Zofia, and it's probably, you know, a second best to Flores. Bar and games then once more for this matchup. Claymore through the drone hole, as you know, as standard. Well, how are we thinking that Frankfurt are going to be attacking this?
I mean, it seems like it's going to be a bit of a different push, most definitely. We're already seeing some kind of, like, a bit more towards the office side. At least we saw some people round the K9 balcony. But yeah, yet again, it's a lot more focused on library, as it should be. But there's nothing wrong with splitting up to go maybe offices, maybe a bit of fireplace. You know, you can't just put pressure points on one single place. You kind of got to spread it around, maybe even from below. If that's what they think will work. Yeah, there's the Habana. We already see her.
Well, there is quite a heavy roam presence for this side of B, as we say their name. Garrett gets taken down by Hapful. Not sure which one that was, but Hapful, I believe that was playing the Iana. But nonetheless, it doesn't quite matter. Garen is taken down out of this game, and wow, the round ends now. Frankfurt looking quite promising. I'm saying that. JSR finds himself taken down. It was quite a nice shot from Haribo. Is that how we say his name? Haribo?
It should be. It should be Haribo.
Haribo. Okay, well, there's a very nice shot from Haribo onto JSR, and he does find himself taken down. And I think that's quite a crucial kill for this side of B, because you know now they have no smokes and no inferno arrows. So
Yeah.
well, they're in a bit of a situation now.
Yeah, I think I called it Haribo, the person, because that's how we say it in our language. You know, the candy, that is delicious. I love the candy. But
Very nice.
back to the game. Yeah, they're kind of letting go a bit more off of library. Not letting go of grenades, though, as one comes on directly onto the castle. A refrag from Haribo, my mistake. Again, a triple kill on his side, but there's going to be a bit of a refrag. Yet again, this is just happening one after another, as Malusi is left in a 1v2 situation. Yana looking full on HP, but Zofia not so much. 45 seconds on the clock. The plant should be coming down any second. Yeah, the diffuser has been picked up, and we already have people on site, people watching hatches, and this impact could come in very useful. And Oh, it was close, but it's actually going to be the Arya gate
Oh my God.
to the job. And oh, what a shot from the side of Yana, finishing the job in a very, very nice fashion.
Well, I would say it was a valiant try from Hazard, but I mean, well, does it really count if the only kill in the clutch was not even yours and it was from a Rooney gate? That's certainly a first. We've seen Frost Mat kills, we've seen Claymore kills, we've even seen breaching charge kills. I think we have yet to see an Rooney gate kill. So certainly a first. But yes, it went down to 1-1. I mean, it wasn't the greatest from Frankfurt really. I mean, we've seen them. I mean, obviously the game is quite close and both teams are quite equal, but I mean, it was a lot closer, I think, than what they originally wanted to be, despite the Rooney gate kill.
Yeah, you know, we already scream at the stuff that happens on Chalet at times. I remember there was a buck who just saw someone ran up to him with a knife, and that was a bit of an unfortunate time. But Arya gates are something else, you know. You can kind of see him. Maybe he just hoped. I really don't know. I do want to hear what was the thought behind it, but it still ended up like a win for them, so no problem with that. An interesting Kate while we get her. This is the first time seeing that, as, yeah, we're going back downstairs, and we're going to be seeing a Thatcher. So, yeah, with the Kate in mind, I'm assuming he probably got spotted by a drone. They're going to be bringing out what they can. This is kind of like, I would consider this like a mirror situation, you know? If you use it, if you can use it, and it's not bad, use it, because it's most definitely a useful operator, just like Thatcher, Bazami, Mira, Osado can be all those named operators, Flores even. So yeah, you're going for main breach, just onto snowmobile, and this is gonna be, yeah, this is gonna be a big breach.
Yeah, kind of a free breach. It's going to be a rush as well. They are going to run, and they are going to find one player on the fireplace. It's all happening. We can't see what's happening. We can't even process what's happening as the kills are coming out in quick succession. A 3 versus 3 Macho being very, very weak. But he does pick down one, and then someone else finds one other. It's all happening a bit wrong. Now it's Garrett into a 1 versus 2. Half of them of the last 2 left.
Oh my goodness, this happened so quickly. The Thermite actually just started running, thinking he was Ash, but what a nice shot from the side of Garen. The diffuser is by the metal lockers, or the metal cabinet, whatever you want to call the call-out, and there could be verticality included from the Thermite. Doesn't seem like it. He does detect it, tries to fake it, does so actually very successfly. And what is he going to do now? He could...
Enough time. Does he get it? He could hold it, but no.
He could have. I think the Valkyrie could have. Yeah, the Thermite definitely had.
Honestly, that round got so hectic, I kind of just gave up trying to say who took down who and just said there was a kill.
Yeah.
It just happened all at once.
It really can come down to that. I mean, it just kills dropping, and it's like, oh, a Thermite's inside. There's like 2 minutes left on the time. We're like, wow, that's interesting.
And then there's like 8 other kills happening at once, and it all went a bit quickly.
Yeah, but hey, we're now down to a role swap with Frankfurt finishing on 4 rounds 1 and B on 2. Now, you know, we've seen the aggression on attack. Now, this is going to be defense. The amount of spawn peaks I'm expecting, at least for now, would be kind of insane. And we're seeing also quite an interesting operator being brought up right now. It's going to be the Caveira. Now, you know,
he's not a repeat of G2. Actually, no, I would love to see a repeat of G2, and I am...
No, you're at a loss for words?
Yeah, I would, you know, I'm annoyed I wasn't at the major to watch it, but I would love to see a repeat.
I guess it's happening. I mean, look, you have Vigil, you have, you have Oryx, but you also have Caveira. It works. I mean, hey, if it works out for them and they're not going to be droning as much, which I doubt heavily, it could end up actually being very successful. She is kind of based around her quietness, and although I'm doubting an interrogation, because groups are apart here. People don't just go alone, I'm hoping. So Caveira could be having a hard time interrogating, but could still use her pistol. And, you know, just her gadgets impacts kind of the quietness she has for all she can. She's also downstairs right now, it seems like, looking at nature.
Yeah. Just...
What a fantastic view.
Sorry, can we get a view of this Kavera?
Yeah, we gotta. This is
This
great.
Just sat in a bush. Are we playing 2019 Fortnite? Bush
I
camping?
guess we are. She's bush camping.
We do have fun casting. Right, anyway, nothing's really been happening. It looks like quite a slow push for B, and I mean, they are kind of struggling to clear out, well, not even clear out, just sort of attack these sites, but I mean, I say that, they do have the office breach open, still yet to get the main kitchen breach open, and I mean, Hatful's Vera still sat in that same position, hasn't moved once, and is, I mean, are we going to see? Oh, we've seen it. We've seen one, not an interrogation. But he finds one, is forced to run off, and hits an air jab. He's going to have to run down into the basement, and has gotten away unpunished. Only a little bit of damage.
Well, yeah, interesting, you know, kind of bush camping for the entire game. Still managed to get 1 KD for herself, or 1 kill. And maybe there's going to be a future one. As we speak, though, there's going to be a kill dropped onto the side. I believe it was on the Legion. A refrag onto the Kavera, sadly. She tried to use the Pokeball, up to no avail. As 1 minute is not even 1 minute, it's 50 seconds. This is the difference, you know, kind of Frankfurt was into the site 10 seconds in, and then the opposite B seems to be taking their sweet time, but it's working as a 4v2 is delivered onto the side of defense. They could be going for a plant any second right now, as the man advantage is a bit too great to face off. Now, yeah, there comes another one just trying to... I wonder what is going in the mind of that player, but tried to rush into dining, didn't work too well. Tried to kind of, I guess, not give off too much pressure or too much ground, but that's going to be a round.
I think it's the cast curse. I mean, I said B was struggling a little bit at the start of the round, just to sort of find their footing. I mean, and then and they win it with quite ease with a 3 versus 1.
Look, it was all because of the Kavera that died. There is no other reason for it. If the Akav wouldn't have died, I'm telling you, they would have won. She could have clutched up by teleporting through to the ground or something. I don't know. If she can look for bushes for 1 minute, she can most definitely do anything, achieve anything that is impossible. As we're going on to round number 8, there she comes. It's going to be the Mirror. And yeah, might as well use it while you still can, like I said.
Yeah, well, the Mirror is going to be quite... have we actually seen the Mirror first? I'm just tripping up on my word. Yeah, okay, so this is the first time we've seen the Mirror tonight, which is going to be interesting to see how they decide to play her and how they want to play her. Obviously, we are bar and games once more. So, and this is probably Frankfurt's strongest site. I don't know what about yourself, but I mean they put up a pretty heavy and pretty hefty, performance on this site. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they can do.
Yeah, you know, I'm a bit surprised, though, from the side of B when they were defending. There was actually no Wamai on this side, you know? Normally you pick a Wamai and a Jaeger because... specifically because of the Capitao and the shield you're trying to protect on top blue. And that's kind of what got them in the mess with the Jaeger and the Capitao. Because he kind of, you know, they spotted the Jaeger, comes the firebolts. And, yeah, that's about as much as it went. So, right now, 2 minutes 40 on the clock. Not much happening, but we're going to be seeing some drones. Seems like Amaru's going to be getting some shots coming in. There should be a quick initiation. She actually manages to blind herself along with the enemy. And yeah, this is the battle for the closet. Then another flash comes in, and there comes the pre-fire. Wamai getting taken out. Another unfortunate take, especially on the operator that could be useful in such early rounds. A second kill comes in onto the Frost. An instant refrag on the Amaru, though, as Jaeger seems to be coming out for vengeance for his fellow brother who likes to destroy enemy grenades. Now the plant is already going down. Yana gets taken out, but it seems like Dodo's going to be getting the plant off, getting taken out the next second. Vector in hand. It's going to be another one from the side of Jaeger, and it's going to be Garen alone in the situation, a 1v3, but he has a good hold on this dead diffuser. Most definitely, he can even wallbang anyone trying to get. Nah, it doesn't seem like it. The reinforced wall not only corrects me, but also corrects the kind of the availability they should have had. And there comes the stun. Doesn't seem to reach, but does cut off the Jaeger once. But will it do it twice? No, it will not. As it's going to be Halfville brothers, should I say, or the Halfville twins. They managed to clutch up the round. A very nice one. Just for context, I'm going to be solo casting for a bit. Velocity did have to quit us for a second, but you're going to be stuck with me. Yuppie. All right, as we're going on to round number 9, Frankfurt right now, they are at a very good score. 5-3, 2 more rounds, and they're secure for match 1. I mean, it's going to be... The way they're finishing these rounds is extremely quick. It may seem like some of the rounds take a while because, normally the execution and the plant comes in the last 30, 20 seconds. That's at least how it would be commonly referred to as. And, yeah, that's about it. Frankfurt is just taking such quick action, not only on attack, but also defense, so it kind of gets over quickly. Hello.
Hello, sorry.
And friend.
Desperately needed a... Right, still being on last round then.
So pretty much plant went down. The Amaru and the Wamai were beefing in master bedroom. A lot of kills dropped. Plant was down. And then the Hapfel brothers were up to clutch it against powerful Zofia.
Hapfel brothers, you don't want to be there is a force not to be reckoned with. I love that their names are the same. It's so funny.
It is. It's such a good combination, especially when they're the only ones left alive and they manage to clutch it. Just like puzzle pieces. But yeah, this is round number 9, and Frankfurt looking pretty good.
They are indeed looking quite good. And they are going to be bringing a lion. This time I'm going to be assuming they are going to be just using him to get the breach open, and then just
Look at Dodo.
really annoy the side of Frankfurt.
Yeah, look at Dodo though. This is going to be a very interesting pick. I mean, Ying. What's your thought on that?
Well, you can understand the mythology behind Ying. She's got the smoke, she's got the flashes. I mean, she is quite overpowered, and I mean, she even flashes her teammates now and again. So it's quite useful.
Hey, I mean, if it works on the enemies, might as well take it. The droning is going to come out, but yeah, B seems to have a way slower approach than Frankfurt. I mean, honestly, of course they would. I mean, Frankfurt just kind of opened up a hole that they could go through and take any advantage while it lasted, that hole at least. I mean, they just open the hole, go into sight, plant. It's the most simple plan, and we love to see it. Unexpected, and it worked. Another thing that worked was Haribo getting 1 kill onto the Capfin, aka Half-Fell #1, as it's going to be the Nook getting taken out the next second. Buck with another one dropped on him. Actually, him being the one that drops it, as the Capitano is going to be joining in on the action, making it a 4v2 situation. Be looking at a steadily 2 times man advantage right now. 120 on the clock. Seems like Warden's going to be getting a very good kill onto the side of West Lobby, and yeah.
Sorry, that was a really nice shot. And can he replicate it though? That's the question. No, he can't.
Ooh.
I thought he would have just about to replicate it, and yeah, just couldn't get there in time.
Yeah. Still not looking too bad for the side of B. I mean, they're 1 man up than the opposing team. Frankfurt could maybe make out something of this unless there's a bit too much aggression on the side of B, which they didn't expect a lot of the rounds, and it actually came to fruition for them. There comes the Warden peeking. He's trying to... I wonder what the... Yeah, the Mozzie just kind of helping him hold a cross angle on the situation. The player does actually come into sight directly, and this is going to be close quarters battle any second.
I really like the way that Frankfurt are playing this, They've realised that they're at a disadvantage, and they get taken down quite swiftly. But I mean, I really like the way they were playing their aggression.
Yeah.
And they only swung when they realised, right, yeah, we need to swing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely. And I mean, with that in hand, B's gonna be getting their 4th round. Now, it seems like B also still is playing a bit more defensively, but it worked for this round, may work for the next one. We're gonna have to see ourselves as we head on to round number 10. And yeah, yet again, Frankfurt kind of team seems like they remind me of Blue Jays in a way. The amount of aggression they bring, at least from my experience with Blue Jays, is absolutely off the top. Just kind of, just go in all, just peek, get the kills, go out when you have the man. Even when they have the man advantage, they're still playing extremely aggressive. But yeah, we also get the first time of this match, Cali brought on. So, a bit of an interesting switch off from the Thatcher, but you can still work with it.
Definitely, and I do agree with you about the Blue Jays. The way they bring the aggression and the way they just sort of play the sites in the aggressive manner. I mean, it does really remind me of Blue Jays.
Yeah, most definitely. I had to clear my throat out, sorry. Yeah, it seems like we're going to be going for the same breach, but it's going to be still a split push. Now, we do have to realize that the Ying does not have hard breach devices, so this Thermite is going to have to go take his second breach and take it to the opposite side. And it seems like they're going to be opening the breach. And do we have... No, we don't have anyone staying outside of it, so I guess it's just extra rotation / pressure for the attacking team. But what I shot, it seems like it's going to be the Cali of Team B getting one onto the side of the Warden. Another one for the side of the Ying, making it a 5v3. Malusi joining in the battle, getting one for herself. It's going to be Ace taken off the board.
It's all happened in quick succession with a very, very nice shot from Ace. And I would say in this, Matteo does find one. It is Haribo. On the Ying, it's quite a crucial pick. They've got the Ace, and now they've got the Ying taken out. So now all's left is the Thermite, but has zero hard breach damage.
Yeah, can't really do much as they get one traded out the next second. HP advantage is looking for a bit more side on the B, but there is still verticality from the Malusi. Oryx ready to use his goat-like abilities right now any second. Garen gets taken out from the kitchen or the dining hatch. And yeah, Kali's going to be left alone in a close quarters battle. Now, with that SMG, you don't really want to do it. That is most definitely one of the worst SMG secondaries you can have, but she can still shoot like an absolute god. She gets the Oryx, but can't she get the Malusi? I mean, the Malusi's playing off of verticality. She most definitely has some sort of she doesn't need to go into battle. She can just peek away from the hatch, and that's about it. The Kali does need to plant, and as she goes into action, she's going to be actually going for the Malusi. Not anymore, though. Backing up, I'm assuming there's some sort of intel. Expecting her any second right now, and this Kali does need to push. She gets pre-fired. Oh, what shots.
Does move back onto site, hat full. Is now in a bit of a better position than what the Kali originally was. Kali doesn't have the diffuser, does need to go and retrieve said diffuser, but Hatful giving him time to sort of assess the situation and realize, all right, this is what's happening. Let me move to a spot where maybe I can be impactful.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, right now, the Kali has 20 seconds to plan. This Malusi can definitely defend it, but we can most probably expect some fakes. The Thorn Trap coming in a bit too late, but still good enough for the Malusi to be warned about it. Yeah, there she goes. There comes the fake. 9 seconds on the clock. Malusi's going to be trying to rotate through any hole, and there should be the stick on the defuse. It comes down, and the Kali gets pushed by the Malusi, and she actually manages to win the fight, winning another round for the side of Team B, and they're kind of 2 for 2 of the two rounds in a row currently, as the score is 5-5, which means it's very close. This is wow.
This is a very, very close match. I mean, a lot closer than what I thought it was going to be at the start of this start map. I thought this was obviously going to go on the side of Frankfurt, but yeah, we got to remember this is quite a it is quite an evened out map. The years it's gone on. It started quite defending sided, sorry. But now it's kind of leveled out, and the attackers do have a bit more of a chance now. Let's actually be presenting this perfectly. They didn't have the best start on defense, and now looking at the attack, they've tied things up and are now once again in the running store to take this map.
Yeah, I mean, Frankfurt is showing a lot of aggression, like we've mentioned a lot of the times, but even then, Team B can also sting back very effectively, and they have done so quite well. I mean, making it up with the amount of rounds they've lost just because of rushes or the amount of just pure aggression. I mean, Frankfurt, they just go in and go for it. I mean, it worked out, and it's been working for at least 5 of the rounds, but even with it, Team B is not doing bad at all. They may be playing a bit more defensively, but that isn't a bad thing necessarily. I mean, it works out at times. And yeah, right now, this next team, well, this round, whoever wins this round could be having a chance of just taking it all home. I mean, we could just go into overtime later, but there could be a 7-5 score for all we know. Yeah, Frankfurt being on the side of defense, it isn't normally what they would prefer, as we saw in attack. They were like aggressive a lot better. But hey, the first kill is going to be getting dropped by them, so well played. Oh,
No, definitely. Well,
okay.
how have they been allowed to do this? The B are going to be in a post-match situation any second now. Sorry, Frankfurt are going to be in a post-match situation any second now. We say this, it's a 2 versus 4. It's all happened quite quickly. C4 being claiming the life of the last player. And now we're going to be going for the defuse. They found, well, he's down 2. Garen, he's proving himself. He takes down 2, and well, now he's in a bit of a sticky situation.
Yeah, the defuse is definitely going to have to come out, but they are reviving their teammates just to have kind of a refrag situation. The Frost goes for a run out, but not at the right time. Someone should go for the defuse. The other two should watch him, and it should be the perfect situation, which is exactly what we go for. But Garen with a double kill on the Bearing 9, and he gets the last one. Oh my goodness.
How
What
has he been
is
allowed
happening?
to do this? How has he not been punished? So
No.
many questions.
I quit. Oh, no.
So many questions.
It was a
I think
4K.
it was an ace. It might have been a 4K. It might have been an ace. I'm not sure.
I don't
So many
know.
questions though. So many.
I think it was 4K because when he killed, yeah, when he got the double kill, it's a triple kill. So 3 + 1, if I'm correct, is 4. But please tell me if I'm wrong. My math does not math all the time.
Indeed, 3 + 1 is 4. Bob.
All right, right.
Just so many questions. What?
I'm flabbergasted.
Yeah, we all are. Well, be on to match point, not the way you thought it would go, but
They didn't
nonetheless.
care. They didn't care. They opened the window. It was the exact same the Frankfurt did. Opened the hole, went through it, plant on site. And even with, to be honest, a 1v4 situation that the Habana was stuck into the late round, why did that Bearing 9 prove to be useful? I mean, just spraying down one enemy after another, it's a bit bad for the side of Frankfurt. I mean, we know they're playing aggressively, and we know that that's their playstyle. It's pretty obvious from the way they play, but in some situations, aggression isn't always the answer, you know? Maybe just talking things through and just kind of camping out the enemy because he has to push you if you're defusing would be the proper situation. Or maybe, to be honest, going for defuse, 2 people running out, like something a bit more defensive, not just hopefully run at him and shoot him while he's behind a pillar. And please don't let it happen again as Nook gets one onto JSR. The Thunderbird seems to be taken out, and West is already taken over.
Well, be 1 round away then from taking this map, and 1 kill already out. JSR found himself taken down, as you said. The Thunderbird, quite a crucial kill, because, well, if she still had some of her healing, her healing machines, I'm going to call them, in pocket, then, well, they now can't be used, and also now cannot be picked up and moved to other places. And Hazard, he finds 1 more. That's Hapful. One of the Hapful brothers does full. The other one's still alive, though.
Yeah, I love how we're just referring to them as the Hapful brothers now.
Well, I think we have to, don't we?
We do have to. Oh, a knife kill comes out. Muzzling and Trophy. What a sneaky rat. Almost gets the C4. Manages to kind of evade that situation. But what a ratty play. Well played from the Mazia pre-fire onto Trophy or Solarium stairs. And evening out the play.
Knife.
This is...
2 rounds in a row where it's gone. How have they been allowed to do that?
Oh my god. I
How's
mean,
he been allowed to knife?
all these rounds could be considered. How are they even allowed to do that? It's just one after another. But it seems like Hapfel is going to be getting taken out. Not maybe just yet. Oh, are we going to see the return of the knife kills?
Ever so possible, but, well, Hapfel did get himself taken down. He was down, but not out just yet. And he is going to be just playing very, very aggressive. Habana opening up the single reinforcement, and well, some shots go out and up. Well, a bit too close for comfort for Hapful, but he doesn't really care, and he's going to swing again and, you know, try and get the kill.
Yeah, kind of getting the quick peeks on this side, and most definitely kind of cheeky kills right now is the situation. That Mozzie did turn the tables, though, most definitely. Or should I say how the turns have tabled? I mean, And the amount of kind of pressure they had of 5v3 kind of taking over Solarium and Trophy almost is absolutely insane. Now, you wouldn't expect an Australian with a motorcycle helmet to kind of knife you in the back, but you are most definitely not going to keep him in the game for too long. He goes into a gunfight with, yet again, another player. It seems like the Habana's chasing him down. It's a 1v1 situation. He manages to take out the Nook, not getting away unscathed, gets some sort of like HP boost from the side of the Thunderbird. You know, it's not as good as a Doc, but a Doc needs to be alive to actually deliver that HP, as it's going to be the Habana finishing him off through the defender's own head holes, finishing off Chalet.
That was an interesting last couple of rounds over here on Chalet. We are off to Oregon then for our second map of the evening. B taking the first map over Frankfurt. 7-5, 15-8, 15-9, the two top fraggers. Look at that.
Wow. You know,
Such a
you
frag
kind of
heavy game.
it's kind of a mood ruiner when you see Borrigan, but these teams I feel like are gonna make our day.
Oh,
Velocity.
most definitely. Well, we are going to take a 5-minute break just in between the maps, let our players and us recuperate after that game, and we'll see you back here after the break for Oregon.
Bye bye.
Where is it written that all our dreams must be small?
Welcome back after taking that mental refreshment after that chalet match. We're back. We're back on an even worse map since, I mean, not many maps are actually better than chalet to begin with, but we're on the worst map possible for us casters. It's going to be Oregon, but with kind of how the match went earlier, you know, Oregon could actually, and I mean, there's a slim chance it could be actually interesting, and we're still here with our lovely Velocity. Hello.
Hello, hello. Right, Oregon, then the map that I am excited and yet dreading at the same time. What are we thinking for bans? I did the first map. It's your turn.
I'm gonna say quickly floors, just to start it off. there he is. It's going to be Flores. I mean, we're going to explain in a second, but the second attacker, oh, who could be extremely strong? I'm going to call it Dokubi as well. On defense, Mira and actually Solus and Azami. Okay, it's going to be Nook. I'm just going to call it Solus and Azami. But to get over it, Flores, this is an extremely squished map. Gadgets are extremely close. Flores is the perfect operator for blowing things up. And since everything like on Elbow, like on Attic, just kind of gets kaboomed away just by a single drone, you might want to take him out. Nook, a very interesting one. Smoke also, we'll get to that, but you know, you can replace him with Chanky Kang. Yeah, Nook, a very also strong operator. She can get around extremely quickly on this map, and since she can be spotted, she could be in sight in the very first 5 seconds. Smoke Ban, he is one of the most used operators on this map, specifically downstairs. And to be honest, you can just replace him with Tachanka, who is in some ways better, in some ways worse. But to finish off, it's going to be Mira. Mira is also very strong because normally on border, you have the main breach. Mira, you can just go up close and punch it. They can't really necessarily shoot you unless it's from the door, which is unsafe for them. On Oregon, you have some distance downstairs you need to travel to get to that Mira. So it's a lot more dangerous. But what are your thoughts, Velocity?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Like, I am intrigued with the smoke ban, as obviously we never see smoke being banned. But as you said, he can be replaced by Tachanka. But again, it's just interesting because both teams will, you know, mostly wants to play him. So it's just an interesting ban.
Most definitely. We do see, alright, this is new map, new faces. We always love to see him. As we're speaking of that, it's going to be Vigil on defense. And big ol' Monty on attack.
I do love to see a Vigil now and again. It's just, you see the best plays with a Vigil on the defending team sometimes. And, you know, well, and obviously now, with the Vigil and the Monty, we might even see some flanks now and again. Or in this round, or an attempted. Sorry, I'm not going to say we will because, well, you have to attempt before it happens.
That is some very good wisdom. I mean, with how Chalet went, there's going to be a lot of attempting and a lot of testing, to say the least. But doesn't seem like Frankfurt is being as aggressive, but they're most definitely being quick. I mean, the pre-placed drones are already coming in, the Vigil gets spotted, and they're going to be clearing them out as soon as possible. As, of course, a roamer's job isn't necessarily to get kills, but to...
Waste of time.
Yeah.
You paused for a second, and I was really confused. As your mic disconnected?
No, it's cool caster chemistry.
Yeah, no, it took me a second to realize. Yes, Roma's the whole point of Roma is not just to get the kills; it's to create the space and waste the time of the defenders, the attackers.
Yeah. I mean, you do make space for defenders, so you're right there. You kind of don't allow the attackers to take care of the ground so easily and so quickly, get onto verticals as easily, stuff like that. But it doesn't matter when you have a full squad after you. You're probably most faith for Vigils and Cavs or Oryxes or whatever you may call them. Get a kill or two. Maybe you can back off the site or just die. You do need to waste time, though. That is probably the most important part of your role. And, well, it seems like there's going to be someone a bit more stuck in security. So, doesn't matter, though. The Vigil comes swinging into kitchen, taking out the Finka, helping out his fellow teammate, as the Buck is going to be the second one getting taken down. There's no Finka to revive him there. It seems like Addict has been taken over just temporarily as the Vigil gets safe and sound back to site.
This Monty, oh no, this could be bad for the Monty. Isn't aware of the Valkyrie that's going to be playing behind him, and you know, the shield is down and it's not ready. And there we go, Garen with the flank and takes down the Monty, a crucial pick. And it also means that this Buck that is currently down and not out, one of the Hatful brothers, is most likely going to fall and be out of contention. Is that the right word? Be out of contention? Yeah, we're going to go with that. But the other Hatful brother dies as well, falls to the gun. Is that Vigil as well? Falls to the gun of Hazard. And well, it's all happening now, and a grenade goes out for B, and they win the round.
It seems like there was some aggression upstairs, but it quickly got shut down by the bug getting downed. The Valkyrie finishes, the Monty from the back, it all comes in quite quickly to say the least. And just to finish it off, I mean, the Zero attempted to kind of get into rush, catch the enemies off guard, but of course, he got the Tachanka, got instantly shot down by the Vigil, and just to finish it off, we saw a nice Pokeball coming into action, trying to catch our lovely attacker. Now, going on to round number 2, we're going to be going upstairs, and to be honest, to be quite clear, I've said this many times, I'm going to say it again, upstairs and downstairs are equal. I think it's just down to preference, if you ask me, or what type of setup you have. Now, with upstairs, you know, there's many ways you can push. You can go main window, white stairs, you can go attic, trophy, you can go trophy, attic, and master for all you can. What do you think with the place I always seen from Frankfurt? So some sort of aggression. What would be the most aggressive one?
Out of all the sites, or out of the most aggressive site would probably be this kid's dorm for but for both teams, because obviously we have multiple ways of entry for the attacking side. Obviously you have below, you have all the windows, you have the master door, which is obviously the normal way in. You have the breaches and attic, and so many different ways in, and obviously then Frankfurt have to then play aggressive. But alternatively, because there are so many ways of entry and so many ways of there's so many ways of entry, therefore there are many ways of exit. So B are very, very capable of swinging, swarm peeking, runouts, etc. So it's probably this map is this site up here is probably the most aggressive of all.
Yeah, most definitely, but we do see also an Zami get picked in, which is somewhat of not only annoying, but extremely dangerous operator to go up against. Not only can she waste time just by blocking you off, she can also use those barricades to make pixel peaks, barricade someone else into such a located space and such stuff. But this line seems like Apple is going to be expecting someone to kind of peek him on the side of Kid's window. They attempted a very close shot coming in from the line. He rappels down, and it's going to be an unfortunate shot back from the side of Garen, downing one of the Hatfield brothers, as of course it's going to be another shot onto the ace, taking out the main hard breacher, and no more hard breachers are left on the side of Frankfurt.
Yes, no more hard breaches, as you said. Now it's up. Hatful is going to be going to pick up the other Hatful by the looks of it. He is on the Dokumi. He is now rappelling down. It was a questionable decision from Hatful to get off the rappel. He probably should have stayed on and gone up a little bit further or got a better angle. But I mean, yeah, just kind of a questionable decision to get caught in that animation. Hatful though out for revenge, and he finds Dudo to restore the man advantage, and Garen is still yet to be seen. I believe that is him in garage though. In garage? No, attic. Sorry. And this looks like Frankfurt are just going to be trying to get execute ready. Going to be using their flashes and decent use of utility. But Garen swings out and finds Matto. It's a very nice shot, and requires quite a dangerous, high risk, high reward swing, but I mean it pays off. He doesn't take too much damage, puts himself to about, I'd say about 20 HP, and well, gets away with a kill from it. So I mean, you win some, you lose some.
You win some, you lose some, putting himself on the same HP as Lion would have pretty much. And a very nice swing onto White Stairs. He gets the second. Actually, the second gun is going to be on the side with the SMG-11. The ARX comes into play, finishes off the Jaeger. HP isn't looking too great. This could come into account late in. The C4 comes out, doesn't seem to be too successful, as the Nomad is going to be going for a default plant by, of course, the soccer table. White gets pushed, and so does the dorm side, as they get a beautiful team kill right now, or a double kill with the power of friendship and teamwork, as we always love to see it, finishing off another round for the side of B, and winning upstairs, which is, to be honest, yet another great sight. Now, it's going to be meeting hall and kitchen.
Most definitely, and yeah, power of friendship is, we do, as you said, we do love to see a little bit of it. Well, kitchen meeting then. Would really like to see a kitchen dining site here. I won't lie. I would really like to see it.
I want to see it as well, although I still prefer meeting a lot more than kitchen if I were to personally play it. But yeah, no, dining.
To cast is
Oh, to cast? Yeah, definitely. Dining is a lot more fun, just because of the you're kind of forced to be extremely aggressive. I mean, they push upstairs, everyone has to be aggressive on the windows. They don't push upstairs and go for small tower, that's just aggression overload. I mean, it's just perfect for casting, but for playing, it really depends on gunfire in your playstyle, which for Frankfurt, it wouldn't be too bad necessarily, but you know, let's hope B took that into consideration as they took meeting. Now, I'm a bit surprised they aren't taking the Oryx, especially how kind of dependent this is on hatches, and especially, you know, extending into attic, kind of just having to play off of there so they don't get vertical played on themselves. This is going to be tough.
Most definitely, but I mean, I can understand them not bringing the Oryx. You know, if they aren't looking to, you know, play not aggressively, play like a roam sort of thing, then you know I can kind of understand it. I know. Plus they have the Aruna gates, so it does burn a little bit of util. Starting laundry, then gonna be taking a laundry take and walking up the stairs. Capful gonna be following closely behind, and well, gonna be making a phone call.
Yep, used to call me as on my cell phone as I believe was it Kanye or Drake?
Drake.
Well, Drake had some nice hits, and so did this Jan, aka Jonas, getting one onto Garen and Haribo, as, of course, a double kill onto the side of B. Actually, yeah, it's not going to be looking too good. I mean, you already dropped the Tachanka, which in endgame is kind of meant to be played around it, is not in the game anymore, and a double kill from the side of the R4C. The MP5K comes into play, manages to take out one, and Aruna joins in with the DMR, picks off one, but will not be there to finish the job with the Ash, as, well, that's going to be the first round, aka round number 3, going to the side of Frankfurt. And a very swift one. I mean, you know, getting the calls in and then just everyone kind of peeking hatch was a really questionable decision. I mean, they had some sort of idea that they were getting held on the hatch, but they still kind of confronted the Yana, and sadly, it was not the wisest of choices they had, as we're going to be going again onto meeting kitchen. I'm surprised they're not going downstairs.
Well, we asked for a kitchen meeting and they deliver.
Didn't we ask for that?
Kitchen dining we asked for and they haven't delivered. I'm sorry. I thought it was kitchen meeting, kitchen. I thought it was kitchen dining for a second, not kitchen meeting. Oh, I'm getting my sites mixed up.
Yeah,
well,
for a second I had.
Sorry, basically a complete mirror roster as well for the operating side, for the defending side, other than a warden.
Yeah, it seems like. I mean, Warden is quite useful. You can never not expect a Ying, especially with the shield gadget, which is always one of the more useful secondaries, if not the most useful secondary. Besides the C4, he is just an all-out grade 1. He can also make rotation with the shotgun, and the SMG-12 proves to be a very good secondary. For the attacking side, I mean, we can't mention much besides the IQ, which, although is quite expected, I mean, with the amount of gadgets that the defenders have to most of the time rely on, you might as well try and pick him off, get some intel, but I don't think that's what we're going to be seeing here.
I think we might see a rush here. I don't know what tells me, but I'm gonna think there might be a rush happening. Call goes out, and well, the window's gonna be straight away opened, and well, now we're already in sight, and well, where are the defenders? No one knows. But Garen picks off one, Jonas off the board, and now, well, the attackers are in sight. 2 flashes, 3 flashes all go out. Garen finds one more. That's JSR, and he must have been close for a shotgun. Matteo does refrag and take down Garen, the biggest threat. Dudo does find one more, and Hatful, it's all happening quite once. Hazar finds himself taken down as well, coming out from one of the Hatful brothers. It's all happened quite quickly.
Yeah, it seems like the attackers have kind of locked the defenders out of sight, but they're going to come back just to kind of crush them inside their own territory, as it's going to be the Rooney with the DMR on hand, taking out the IQ, and now it's the Ash who kind of has to confront the 1v3 situation in the same position that Rooney was last round, so it's quite ironic, but it seems like B are looking at a very good position just to finish it off nicely. It's going to be a nice headshot onto the Ash, a very smooth one to say the least. The DMR in hand is always useful to have, and yeah, it's going to be the third round going over to the side of B, and as they're defending, oh god, we already see a blade.
Oh no. Oh
I don't
man.
know what gets me on it, but I'm just going to assume it's a rush. I don't know. There's just something hinting at me.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I would say, well, you never know. Blitz can be used in fun and experimental ways, but with the Monty paired of him, I think it is a rush. Again,
I don't know. Something just kind of hints it. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's the A's that could be indicating the rush. I don't see anything else that it would be doing it, but I mean, they've done it on Chalet, might as well do it here, and it worked out on Chalet way more than it should have. So, I mean, two times the charm. Who knows? You know, maybe just replace the three with the two from now on, and that's how Frankfurt will go. Oh God, we do replace the most of the operators with a Gridlock, Amaru, and Nomad. Which do I really need to say it, or is it just kind of?
oh, you know what? I think we need to just shut up and we need to see what happens here, because oh, this is why we are casters in Talent League for this exact reason.
This is what we were born for. Up there comes the Amar going on to T3, clearing it out as fast as possible. Doesn't seem to catch on to anything besides this attic rotate. Now the smoke, actually not the smoke, it was that the mute that was holding it up and close onto elbow, I do believe it was so. No, it was Tachanka. I don't know why I saw mute. Yeah, Tachanka doing his regular job as he should on elbow, just trying to kind of protect his territory, and it doesn't seem like there's going to be any rush at all, but most definitely it's going to be Legion getting taken off the board. First kill from the side of one of the Hatfield brothers, aka the Gridlock player. Oh
Well,
God.
yes. Oh, the other Hatfield, the Blitz Hatfield brother, is narrowly, sorry, escaping death. Wow, this could be bad for the Shanka player. No, he is gonna not. I'm not even really sure what's going on here. He's just gonna. Is he gonna swing? Is he not gonna swing? I don't know. We are gonna find out. Or he's still yet to swing. Well, the Gridlock Hatfield does find himself taken down, and well, now he goes to a 4 versus 4. Hazard did also take down the Gridlock. Man advantage restored, however, two of the Frankfurt players very, very weak, and now, well, everything's slowed down. The rush hasn't quite worked off, and they've reinforced blue.
Yeah, Tachanka used quite a lot of his Shumika grenades right now on the Monty, still prevailing, or actually kind of missing out on the advantage taken while he was cornered. Well, there comes the SMG-11, kill the impact also gets brought out. It's going to be Monty with a very low HP, getting finished off along with Amaru, getting downed, and the Nomad quad kill for Huzar. Will the Blitz be able to deliver the ace for him? He goes in. Does he get it? Oh, it's very close, and yes, he does! What a shot from the SMG-11, and packing himself a very close ace, even with the Nomad air jab. Oh, what a shot! Seems like the recall kind of led him to his very, very astonishing final kill.
Well, it was an ace for Hazard, and I mean, deserved. He kind of single-handedly did stop the rush, didn't he? So,
Yeah.
there's not much more you can ask for. A single hand stopping the rush and then an ace to go on top of it. You know, icing on top of the cake, isn't it? So,
Always love to see it. I mean, like you said, well deserved and well played indeed. Now, we're going upstairs and we're going to be seeing a glass, which I'm just going to start off by saying it's probably going to be big window that he's going to be playing, at least on the dorm side. At least I think so. I hope. I really hope. It could be also just, you know what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for them to pick Amaru, Capitao, Ying, and Glass. Just smoke out the game's window, rush in with Amaru, throw some Yings in, plant, bada boom, bada bish. There you go. That would be interesting to see.
it would in fact be interesting to see. But no Amaru this time for the Frankfurt side.
Sadly, but we do get delivered a bit of glass action, so maybe we're going to be seeing some interesting plays off of there. We also do include the smokes instead of the frag grenades. Actually, no frag grenades on the side of Frankfurt, so that being brought into account, it's going to be gunfire, most definitely. Not relying too much on gadget clearage besides the Roonies, and I guess the Jaegers, with the amount of flashes they have and the amount of smokes, this could be going anyway, any second. And some saw breaches from the side of us, which comes in perfectly just like that as used. Now, yeah, it's going to be a full-on push onto the side of Trophy and Master. It seems like just kind of right about everyone is going to be fully focusing on it. Now, the Mute will be making the job, and especially that Azami. That Azami plus a Rooney combo will be making their job at least 10 times harder. But with the breach secured, that Azami kind of becomes useless, as not only does her gadget become a bit less useless, she can't use it, because she just got dropped by the Ash.
Well, Frankfurt now having the what might even be the momentum, and well, Hazard takes down two. He's been allowed to do that. How Hazard doing Hazard things. He finds two off the board. He finds the Ash and the Nomad, JSR and Matto. Two very big kills, two very crucial kills on the side of Frankfurt.
Yeah, most definitely kind of delivering the man advantage. It seems like the Dokkaebi's going fully in, ready to put anything to action, gets shot for a bit, but instantly gets taken down right after a 2v1. I mean, kind of the Thermite did manage to get one for himself, but now he's in a 2v1 situation, both holding him from the side of White, and kind of giving up his position by shooting that bulletproof camera. So they all know he's in Trophy. Now they just need to hold him. And they start getting pushing up into Dorms, actually almost headshots both of them through the smoke, but does not manage to finish the job, as the Jaeger will be delivering a nice smoke through shot, as Team B right now are at a 5-1 score.
Wow, yeah, it's interesting. 5-1, and we are gonna see a pause as Dudo has crashed, so it is gonna go to a technical pause. So in this technical pause, then we can let's talk. What is going wrong?
I don't know. Frankfurt was doing so well, but I'm feeling that Frankfurt doesn't have as much adaptivity, most definitely as B, because B last match they were kind of not holding up as well due to the fact, I mean, that they were just kind of trading blows and they just went aggressively back on them. Now they seem like they've kind of like learned their playstyle. They know what time to use that aggression for themselves, what time to play a bit more defensively. That adaptivity, I feel like, is way above the side of Frankfurt. So using that, it seems like they're doing pretty well. Or it could just be, you know, timing, just them being better on this map a lot more. Whose map is this?
This is B's map pick, I believe.
Well, I guess Oregon is their best map, you could say.
Most definitely.
This is Frankfurt's? What?
Oh, apologies, we did get it wrong. We just had confirmation. This is actually Frankfurt's map. And last map was, in fact, B's map. Yeah, B's map pick. So, well, you know, I prefer not to comment on this.
Yeah, I mean, Frankfurt may, I'm assuming the map pick was just out of pure desperation for, I'm just gonna assume, I'm gonna take a standing point and say maybe all their best maps were already taken, so they had to kind of just go on with the most basic map that kind of, that everyone knows how to play. You know, you can't really go off of a map that you don't know how to play. You'd rather just go with Oregon. So, although it isn't working out though, I mean, B's having a blastful time right now, and I mean, one of the rounds there was an ace. There were attempted rushes, didn't attempt decently enough, and the only round the Frankfurt actually won was downstairs in meeting and kitchen. So yeah, this is tough. This is really tough. I mean, I can't see where Frankfurt is going to be winning. I mean, there's I always got to mention this because of this, but defense is a bit easier to do on Oregon clubhouse maps like that, but it's been in the map pools for so long. It's not a difficulty to attack, let's be honest. Doesn't matter though. Oh, ACS 12!
A spawn peak coming out then, taking out Garen.
There's the aggression.
I mean, just...
kind of dirty. I mean, they also took out the Habana, the main hard breach. I mean, okay, Buck still has secondaries, but you know what I mean. It was a very nice shot.
Nothing really, but Hazard coming, fighting back, biting back, taking one back, taking down one of the Hatful brothers, and both fall now as Haribo does also take down the other.
What a shot from the side of Haribo, as mentioned. Now they've gotten their man advantage back. They took out the Warden, they took out the Solus, and Frankfurt is back at not looking too good for themselves. 2 minutes on the clock. It seems like downstairs did get cleared out. Now there's also first floor to kind of manage around. You need to make sure you don't get flanked, so and so. But it seems like the side of Frankfurt is playing a lot more defensively. I just take it back. Matto getting one onto Haribo as he gets one pick for himself, making it a bit more equal for both of the teams.
Yes, agreed. So, equal fights now, and well, as cast occurs, Hazard, he takes down one, puts B back into contention for this round, clawing back what was left at the start of a very dim and what is left of what was a very dim round, but
Yeah.
doesn't matter. JSR, he says no thank you, not today, and takes down Haribo.
A very good shot. Yes. Okay, I'll just continue on from here. A very nice shot. I mean, it's a 2v2 situation currently. Not looking too bad. I mean, the Zami is kind of just, just the air pressure of a bullet away from death, as she's kind of cornered as well. I mean, she's pretty much stuck on the side of Bunk. She could get pretty much pushed right now, and the fellow defender, I don't think he can help her much as they get pushed. He gets the Bunk, manages to finish her off, but the Ergo's going to be there for the refrag, and it seems like Dudo, or Dudu, or Dodo, I'll call him Dodo for now, is going to be managing to get the plan down into sight. The footholds come into play, but the Lion will not be able to actually jump out of the window. Jaeger seeming to not get too much information off of him, and Lion likewise, but there comes the 417 just to finish the job correctly. And of course, the Jaeger put up a good fight. He got a nice, quick, and smooth refrag, but at the end, it was all down to a plat situation. And I mean, none of these... Actually, the Lion did have a ping on the Jaeger. For the Jaeger, you could not say the same. As Frankfurt need to win 5 rounds in a row to actually get into match point. And with the performance we've been having, I don't want to be biased, but it seems like B is going to be taking today's match.
Yeah, well, B now then 1 round away from keeping their spot in the minor league and sending Frankfurt back to the qualifiers. Off to, we're basement, aren't we?
Yes.
I believe, yes. Down into laundry supply room then, for what could be the final site of, or the final, the final site, the final attack, the final defense for tonight's match.
They don't have Tachanka or anyone with a shield.
Yeah, I noticed that. And I'm wondering how they are going to play this this elbow, but unless they just don't.
No, they're planning for it. They made a rotation. They put Malusis and Goros and everything. Why?
Maybe a mispick.
Maybe. Let's hope that's the case. But while that is happening, we're seeing a blitz in tomorrow. We've seen this once from the side of B. Actually, not necessarily, but we've seen it on the side of Frankfurt. Maybe B's going to be trying an attempt at it to get a better result. Maybe not get aced, as, yeah, the Maroon Blitz should be coming down any second now. And yeah, T3 didn't take it over. She's just going to be droning out. Not much presence on Attic, but this Blitz, most definitely, without any Tachanka or shield to hold them back, is going to be a threat.
Most definitely. Hab4 he finds one. It's Hazard off the board. It is the Ash, the driving force of B, if you ask me. But a lot of drone work coming out here from B. They are trying to get as much information. Not just Rush and Dudo, who also finds himself taken down by JSR. That was completely droned. What's happened there? I'm not sure.
Oh, maybe it was droned out, but Joe could slap back a bit harder, as Garen right now seems to be in a bit more of a tough situation, going for the hard breach, as another kill gets dropped onto the side of the Yana, I do believe it was, or the Twitch, doesn't matter though, as it's a 5v2 situation. Frankfurt doing better than ever in this round, managing to keep up their strength and also keep the players at a kind of a body count for 0, at least when it comes to kills. And I mean, what are Garen and Haribo gonna do in this situation? It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I mean, especially with a shield operator, because you know shield ops are mostly meant to tank the damage, to not actually frag out. Blitz is meant in a bit of a mixture between a Monty and a fragging operator, but still, it's not as effective as an Amaru would be or an IQ.
Yeah, I agree. Well, Frankfurt, I have to say, have played this very, very well. JSI is literally 1 HP, but I mean, other than that, they've not really taken much damage, and they really have just kind of played the aggression perfectly, and it's forced B to make their own aggression and swing and make mistakes, and that's exactly what they've done here in this situation. But is Samara aware of, well, I wasn't, is Samara aware of JSR? But, well, clearly he is. Garrett does take down JSR, and well, the comeback might be on. He's trying to claw back on any rounds he may have left. And does he find one more? No, he doesn't. He isn't aware. And now it's Haribo, the only player of B left.
Poor Blitz. I mean, what do you do in this situation? You can just go for, you know, headshots, but it's way easier to focus on a Blitz's head than anyone else's. Due to the fact the Blitz is a bit more slow, he's a bit more chunky, and he's kind of, his head is the only one showing, exposing his feet, and then the next second, 5 pounds of C4 under his feet, not much to do, and yeah, a bit of unfortunate timing for him, as Frankfurt will be getting their second round. Only in round 9 though, this isn't too good yet, as B is right now at match point.
Yeah, I mean, a bit too little too late if you ask me, but nonetheless, it's still not too late for Frankfurt to make this comeback. It is ever so possible, but I mean, you know, it's now just a game of momentum. B do we still have a lot of momentum behind them. So, I mean, are Frankfurt going to be able to combat that?
I wonder if they will. I mean, going upstairs could be a completely different result, as although they have been very aggressive towards the attacking side, on defense they've been more aggressive than they've been more successful with aggression than on attack. So a surprising feat they've had, and it could work out for all I know. But yeah, still with that, we don't see a Warden pick, which I'm assuming B took into advantage fully, as we see the Ying coming in. So this could be a catastrophe. They could be going for a main window, just or double window, big window, whatever you want to call it, on Dylan's. Yeah, just burn everyone's eyes, going for a plant. That's the plan.
Yeah, I mean, brute force is always, well, sometimes it is the best way to get into the site, or just the best way to play Siege sometimes. We are just going to have to find them. Look, they aren't even going to be going for it. They are just going to maybe taking their time. I found with B that their drone work isn't the best at the moment, and especially in this, you know, in these past situations or past 2 rounds, their drone work hasn't been the greatest. I mean, and here Haribo is just going to walk in and face check, and well, that could have been all avoided just with one simple click of your keyboard, and bam, you have a drone in there, and well, then you know there's a trap on it.
Yeah, it's really simple how you can get through things a lot easier, quickly, and a lot more safe, like I just used and mentioned, the drone. Now the ACS-12 does come out a second time, joined by the Impact. What aggression! I mean, it just seems like Solo is going to be fully on pushing down, along with the Azami shotgun. So getting 2 off of the board on the side of B, Frankfurt's going to be looking at a very nice man advantage, a 2-man advantage. Has been contested from upstairs. It seems like Haribo is not going to be having the best of his time, as the SMG-11 does come out, making it a 2v5, and oh, this is the aggression we've seen before, and we get to see it again.
Oh, Hatfeld, the one of the brothers, finds one more and puts Garen in an impossible situation. 1 versus 5, but is still playing Ying. So, well, you never know. Could blind all 5 and then get, you know, get all of them at once.
Maybe he could. I mean, this is interesting. I mean, it seems like Frankfurt are kind of actually having a chance at this. Oh, there comes the double kill from the side of Garen. I mean, most definitely getting a bit too cocky from the side of Garen. But Ying still has all of her gadgets. This could just be an all-out Ying plant, or it doesn't seem like the rotation comes through, as we're going to be going over to the side of Trophy. Now, yeah, Frankfurt is most definitely doing a lot better than they did in the previous rounds, finishing it off nicely. Yeah, this is Ami. The ACS-12 has been in the hands of a very skillful user. As I mean, it's a 6-3, 3 more rounds, and they would actually do it. Now, B should probably use a tactical timeout. Well, they can. They should most definitely just shut this down.
Yeah, most definitely. Tactical timeout does need to be used though, but at the same time they are on match point. So what is the point of now using a tactical timeout? Or actually they've got plenty of rounds. If they decide we need to take a bit of a breather, then we'll just play out the entirety of the next round, and yeah, they're still on match point and they still have time.
Yep, and to be honest, I'll be really honest, I would be so surprised if we actually get to match point, because B has been performing so well. I don't know if Frankfurt was just giving up the wins, which I very much doubted. That would be a very risky choice, but Frankfurt has been performing way worse, and now just all of a sudden, the roles get swapped, and it's a completely different story. Now, we went through pretty much all the sites we could have, and all of them ended in Frankfurt right now, kind of demolishing at least most of them. And well, what do we have here? It's gonna be Solus with a spawn peek onto Junkyard. So, this is gonna be a nasty one again. I can already feel it on the door. P90 in hand. What else do you need in life? Well, you just need a slick shot, and it's gonna be coming. Oh, she runs out actually unsuccessfully, and extremely bad timing.
Yeah, that was poor timing from one of the Solus Habful brother. That was not the greatest timing, not the finest moment we've seen. Well, B now having the man advantage. Could this be the round or the catalyst as we are in kitchen meeting? So could that one kill on the Solus be the catalyst, and this is how they now go and close up the game?
The decider, eh? It actually could be. I mean, this could have been. I mean, Solus is still a very good roamer, and still just having another player would still be pretty much a lot more useful than losing it to a really badly timed and failed spawn peek / run out. So yeah, most definitely Frankfurt not looking at too good of a position, as there comes JSR getting taken out. It seems like there's going to be not too much ACS 12 kills as we saw in the previous rounds, and it's a 5v3 now. B looking back at a really favorable position, and this might be it. This might as well be it just for today. The verticals are coming out. C4s are missing. The only C4 they had in hand, and they couldn't use it as good as possible. And with 1 minute 30 on the clock, flanks are being watched, and this alibi will probably get a bit cheeky. Another kill comes through. Oh, and the alibi switches position, and there it is. A flawless round to finish it.
Well, B take the map, and they also take the series. They knock Frankfurt down back into the qualifiers, and B stay up and are allowed to play in the minor league next season.
Very well played from the side of B. The first match was a bit of a fest, to say the least, as we're going to be finishing it off with Oregon, which had its moments, but B will be the one to win. Yeah, before we do that, yeah, pretty much, shameless plug. If you think you can be a caster or a producer observer, make sure to give us a try, and also make sure to check out the Titan series and sign up if you haven't already. And besides that, anything else?
No, just obviously make sure that that you come back for the finals and the Titan series in the next couple of weeks. Finals being on Sunday. I'm not sure who the casters are, but I know who the host is, and the host I've been told is quite good. Yeah, so make sure you come back here on Sunday at 18 p.m. CEST. It's a BO5 with myself as the host. So we will see you on Sunday.
Bye-bye.